Good morning, fellow travelers. Just Jeremiah here. I'm at the Rainbow Gathering in New Mexico, Carson National Forest, near Taos. I'm just cooking up some breakfast. I've been cooking a lot and sharing and neglecting myself a little bit. I eat a lot because I burn a lot. And I've been running around like crazy. I thought I'd show you my home fries. So you take a potato, wrap it in tinfoil, throw it in the coals of a fire for 40 minutes or so. Take it out, cool it for the next morning like I did. Cut it up and toss it in a pan with butter, or for your vegan friendly friends, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, you know it. So I like to get the potatoes cooked first and then do the onions near the end, or even separately sometimes. I like to make sure that the potatoes are soft in the middle and that they are crispy on the outside. Crap, the mic's down there. I hope I can even be heard. Let's see. In the pan. Way to go, Jeremiah. Man. I wonder if that was heard. That sucks. Bam. On the pants. Cool. All right, we got this. So it's been a great time here at Rainbow. I'm debating whether to leave today or tomorrow. I've been here since the 30th of June, and it is now July 6th. Tomorrow would be the last day. My buddy, Chad Oswalt, he's coming to visit and to join me. So I want to make sure to get where there's cell phone service so I can reach him. I'm also trying to build a caravan to Hot Springs and get lots of hippies to come with and stop at food banks to get organic stuff and panhandle for weed with me and show up at Hot Springs to share a bunch of food and weed and convince more people to join us. I think that would make great content and be tons of fun. The things that I think would be fun, I think, are the things that make great content because it's my journey. This stuff's not super exciting, but I love potatoes. Maybe you'll love it because of that. Potatoes, I don't love potatoes. I love home fries. I was born in Tennessee, so my mom had a lot of that southern cooking, that I got to learn from. The key to good breakfast? Lots of butter. Just kidding. Olive oil works. I'm using it. Oh, man. This video is not going to be super interesting. Let me finish this potato and see what happens. There we go. Now I can up the heat. Wish I had onions, but I'm hungry. Oh, there we go. Bam. Oh, cheese will take the place. It's fine. I love accommodating for all the vegans, so it's nice being able to cook for everyone. But yeah, I'm hungry. I'm going all the way. Tons of garlic. Yeah, this is how much garlic for real. I'm out of blackened seasoning. I have no salt or pepper, so it needs flavor. I'm getting close to this. Definitely more olive oil. So I'm using my camp stove. It's the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 or something. It sounds like a weird vibrator or something, but no, it's actually a, I think that's the name. Yeah, that's the camp stove. It's tiny, it's sleek. It sits on top of an isobutane mix, which is just a fancy way of saying very efficient fuel that's more expensive than regular butane or propane. So, like my little cook thing, I think it was like $50, 40 to 60 something. But honestly, it'll boil a liter of water in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. That's amazing. It's got a simmer mode. You just use regular gas from like Walmart if you want, or go to some fancy store that doesn't support like all that shitty stuff that Walmart does. Not trying to pick sides there. I'm cheap. I go to Walmart. Judge me. Put comments about how shitty it is. It'll help my algorithm. I'm sorry. Totally derailed myself. Yeah, today I'm going to walk up the hill like a mile or two. There's reception up there. Not enough to give that one video that just almost got to the end. These videos are getting on 4 gigs plus. And it's hard to load even in like the city of Taos because the service here is not grand. Hopefully my buddy wants to caravan. If not, we'll just not caravan. I'm going to walk up to ask him about that today, reach out to some friends, let them know I'm alive. I mean, I could try loading like a 5-second video letting you know I'm alive and that more is coming. Maybe I'll do that. These are going to take a while, but they're going to be good. I wish you could share them with me. Actually, no, this time it's for me. Sorry. Wish you were here to share every other time I was making meals to share. Got to take care of yourself sometimes, too. It's not easy when you're someone who really enjoys giving. Yeah, I felt such a powerful effect here, being able to share. There's so many people that have never been to a rainbow and being able to like show what, putting in some elbow grease and working with people can do. I get lippy, for sure. I definitely maybe overstep my place here, but that's the thing. There's no place here. So, although that person can do that because it's egalitarian, I can also say that because it's the same. So, and then they can say it back, and that leads to argument. Who knows? But I'm very protective of people that I see as vulnerable, of my friends, of things that I love. Yeah, like the rainbow. This is my first real rainbow gathering. I went to one before, but I never understood why everyone was so dirty and nice. They were really dirty and really nice, and I was just confused. I thought everyone at the rainbow was like that, but that's just A camp. A camp is where the rainbow does not want alcohol near it. They believe that alcohol is a very negative thing that lowers your vibration. So the rainbow, who are again the group of traveling folk who meet up and share giant family reunions with strangers, basically on mountains, where the cops hate it because we're just sharing. You can't even use money up here. People just give you stuff everywhere. People offer to get you high and give you weed to take your trash. So yeah, it's beautiful. And I keep losing my train of thought. These morning videos, I like that. I'll have to come up with some like fancy end videos where I did lots of research and let the morning be my ramble. Hey, let me know how these stitching the videos together into longer ones are going for you. If you prefer me to cut the interviews separately and just do my ramble for the day with the interviews on their own. I'd love any tips. I appreciate your advice, especially from more people and more different opinions, because I'll struggle with just one word of advice for one person. Oh, these are coming. Maybe you will watch this one. Let's see. My buddy Chad and I, we go way back to high school. As I said, our best friend, Scott Zimmerman, he was part of our group, and he passed away young. It was really sad. But it was while spending time with his younger brothers, and as sad as it was that trauma had to happen within, where they experienced it, just the man had passed while spending time with his brothers on 4th of July, as in his early 20s, when a lot of people are just fucking off and trying to get high with their friends. Yeah, I was supposed to hang out with them that day, and I wondered for like 2 weeks until I found out. And yeah, it was tough. I know Chad's got to be thinking about it too. But I can't wait to see him, and I'm sure that that connection we have, it's going to be great. And, you know, Scott is someone that I think about a lot when I'm on my journey. I feel like he's someone that would have had a blast doing this stuff. But sometimes maybe that is him, you know. I, for some reason, struggle. I believe there's something after death for sure, but I guess I struggle with imagining ethereal consciousnesses floating around us like as benefactors. I'm not saying I don't believe that that's true or that that could be true. I'm just saying I struggle with the concept. And I guess I've never really felt like a presence like that, you know, with my father having passed away when I was young. And, you know, since then, my mother's my only living ancestor, and she doesn't have much longer. But I just never really, I always feel like, you know, they're at peace and they're somewhere and the consciousness goes on, but I guess I've never felt like it's here. But yeah, maybe it is, and maybe that's what I've been feeling when I think about them while I'm on the road. And yeah, it'll be so cool because it'll be like reconnecting with Scott more by hanging out with Chad. We had a couple other great friends, like Greg, who went into the I'll stop dropping last names, fuck. Greg, who went into the Navy, I think it was. No, the Army. Fuck, I suck. A shitty friend. And Matt, who's working, that's right, yeah, for the Navy as a civilian. He was awesome. He came in, what was it? 9th grade or something? The beginning of high school, I think it was. And he had come from Michigan, and his father was an admiral in the Navy, and he kept moving, and he just, I was super shy too, but I was getting a little more confident at that point. And he just came up and asked if he could be my friend and sit with me. He said it's the period right before lunch. He's like, listen here, man. I don't want to run into the cafeteria and not know where to sit. This isn't my first rodeo. He's like, you seem pretty nice. Like, you're talking to people. People like you. Can I, like, hang out with you and sit with you at lunch? And I was like, dude, fucking right, for sure. And now Matt and Chad and Scott and Greg and Dustin, who was our other friend through, I think he was closer with Greg, and we all kind of knew each other slightly through each other. I lived near Scott, and Chad moved over by me, but yeah, it was like kind of like, and then Ken as well. He lived, yeah, but there were like 6 or 7 of us, so we always hung out, and it was our own little clique, and we weren't like the cool kids by any means. We were all pretty shy and reserved. I mean, but we were definitely respected by people because we all treated people right, and but we grew up in a school that was like very. Now, the kids were all pretty nice. You know, thinking back, I felt like displaced, but I did that to myself. I was shy. But they were all very well-to-do. You know, some people were pretentious about it, but Cumberland Valley School District is very, 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 yeah, it's very rich. I mean, they would like literally scout high school football players from other high schools around the country because they like they like won states like over 10 years running in the past, and like our students would win all the arts, all the music. We went and we won the best high school symphony in North America back in, not that year, 9th grade. Yeah, I took 5 days off and went to Boston. But yeah, so, you know, back then I was just so shy, and I was suffering through victimhood mentality, poor me, and wise, yeah, blah, blah. And it's so good to be an adult and look back and squash all that shit. Realize that all those kids I went to school with, they were going through the same struggles I was, no matter how much money their parents had. And they're all fucking cool. I love being able to keep in touch with them. And although a lot of my closer circle, the ones I had mentioned names of, none of us were well-to-do. We were all, you know, we weren't poor. I was poor. But, you know, our lives weren't poor. And I think that's what matters. And it takes a while to realize that, because at the same time I felt I was suffering, I wasn't. I had a rich childhood. And I think that's a part of healing, is being able to go back and change a perspective that you had into something else, and realize that yeah, maybe you did experience joy. And, and maybe it's just easier to think about suffering. It's been good for my healing path. Uh, so who knows how long Chad will hang out, or if he'll be able to stand me now. I mean, I see how fast I talk in these videos, even when trying to slow down. Oh my gosh. Especially after having that mental assistance the other night. That stuff gives me a lot of energy. Yeah, I'll probably drive Chad crazy. One time I was at Chad's house and we got in an argument. He had a party and I was talking way too much, and he basically told me I had to just shut up for a minute or leave, and so I just left. I was pissed. And we were young, whatever. I'm annoying sometimes to many people. And so I walked. I fell. I got these scars on my elbows here. I fell in under a road. I walked through thorns, straight through them, had thorns everywhere in my body. And when the police found me 6 miles from Chad's house, 2 hours later, I had no shoelaces, and they had me blowing a breathalyzer. And forgive me if I told this story before, but I literally blew a .37, which is comatose in death. And then they had me saving my alphabet backwards, and I fucking nailed it. No, they had me say my alphabet backwards, and I nailed it. Then they had me blowing the breathalyzer, and I blew a .37, and they had me go back and forth. Their jaws kept dropping. And let's see if I still got it. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKIHDFEDCBA. Yep. ZYXWVUTSRQPNMLO. Fuck. But yeah, I nailed it 5 times in a row without messing up, I did that first time. And they were just holy shit, dude. This is not designed to be something people do. This is just to get you to say, I couldn't do that if I was sober. Then we can charge you. They're like, it's okay. You won't remember this. And I'm like, yes, I will, brother. So they're like, yeah, normally we'd take you to the hospital and you'd get a citation, but this is fucking amazing. And you're pretty much a champ. And you just turned 21. Where do you need to go? We'll give you a full police escort. So they drove with 2 cop cars to my girlfriend's house at the time while her parents were away. And she was house sitting for them in this rich ass neighborhood. And man, she was so pissed. All the other people saw, and she had to explain it to her parents. They hated me so much. I was such a fucking wreck back then. Oh man, poor Jamie. But yeah, she dug all the rocks out of my arms, all the thorns out of me. That girl was super sweet. That was my first love way back in the day. But yeah, we were all friends, all of us. There's also my buddy Ryan and his girlfriend Amanda, and just shout outs to some people that I still have lots of love for and I think about often, although I make all these new friends constantly. There's that core that, even though I'm not calling, I still always have that love for. And sometimes I do call. I'll probably hit up a few of those randomly. There's Scott, of course, Scott Barner. Fuck yeah, brother. Your mom's fucking Korean feasts for all of us, and Chinese feast where she'd cook 20 dishes for us and all of our friends, even though she didn't support the fact that we're big ass stoners. Man, I miss that so much. I'm so glad that you can be there right now for your, But I miss those days, and thank you so much for that, Scott. Oh, we had a blast growing up. Yeah, can't wait to see Chad and reminisce, and get to see the person he's grown into, and hopefully he'll get to be able to see the person I'm growing into and I've grown into. Sometimes it's hard when we see people from our past to see them for who they are now, and not just see them who they were. And I was kind of the guy who would walk off and blow .37, and yeah, I was a fucking wreck. So I mean, we'll see. Hope he can see me for the person I see myself as now. But honestly, those type of expectations in general are unrealistic. I think that's what causes a lot of conflict. Is people struggle to see their own subconscious intent, but it's easy to see others. So we're able to help each other through criticism. I think that when we cut ourselves off from that, we stop being able to grow. And I think that sometimes that creates conflict, is whenever it's so easy to see others, you know, we see other people for like the way they can't, and everyone wants us to see them for how they see themselves. So I'm rambling, doesn't make much sense. The potatoes are almost done. That means you've been here for like 15 minutes. So I guess I'll let you go. Oh, the microphone fell. Let's see if this even works. Love you all. Take care. I'm at my campsite. It's not super messy. Let's check it out. My tiny tent. It's gifted some turnip greens. I'm gonna make some soup. I just need water, an onion. I'll use my chicken stock and some rice and make a really tasty soup. It's fun to share. Like I said, my urge is to run down there and try to feed like 40 people with one person's meal, but maybe I should eat and share what's left. I struggle with that, whatever. So I'm chilling. Like everyone I went up to today wanted to interview, and people are eager. I can't help but feel like it's because I showed who I was rather than told who I was. So that's a great tip if you're ever interested in coming up here. Hopefully you realize I'm not here trying to be like, look how cool I am, look how great I am. My purpose is to try to share the healing and the love and the outside perspective that I think we all need to grow. That us as the Rainbow community are growing together. There's definitely conflict, but learning to process and deal with the conflict is a part of it. I'm gonna eat. Love you. Just saying hi. Take care.
Fire starter.
It's raw talent.
Go on X!
Wow.
Nice.
Ow! Onyx. Onyx, do you have an Instagram or something people could find you on?
I do.
You want to shout it out quick?
Christian_mystic_car.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Christian_mystic_car. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your
You
art.
can find me. I have all sorts of circus content on there. Yeah, I'm on a circus journey to street perform all across the world.
Wow. And what's your intent?
I want to be able to go to foreign countries and rebuild their infrastructure while bringing in circus therapy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the big dream.
That's fantastic. I would talk more about it, but my phone's at 1% and I'd hate to cut you off.
That's perfect. That's all that needed.
Loving you. Thank you.
Loving you.